Hello to everybody who is following the Jared Bridegan murder case, and there has been a bunch of breaking news lately in the Jared Bridegan murder case, including what I'm going to talk about today, which is the two unindicted co-conspirators, which makes the total of 5 conspirators in the murder of Jared Bridegan. And I just wanted to go over some of the documents that have kind of confirmed what a lot of us from the Justice for Jared B page have speculated as to who those co-conspirators are. And the way that I want to organize some of these breakout videos, just as I stumble upon evidence, I want to get it in front of people who are following this case and show you the pieces of the puzzle that I'm putting together, along with some of the mods on the Justice for Jared B page and some of the people locally in Jacksonville Beach and Nocatee that I'm communicating with. And I do live about 10 minutes from Sanctuary where the murder took place. So let's just get right into how I put the pieces together, who these two named conspirators are. The state's attorney's office has released a ton of evidence, including interviews, police statements from witnesses, about 800 pages of witness statements and evidence. Then there's also these new wiretap intercepts, which introduce these two new unnamed conspirators. So let's go ahead and look at some of the clues that the state's attorney's office has given us so far. So anytime you see this redacted black, we see their name of one of these two conspirators. So I'll just read to you some of the clues that helped all of us put this together. So we have Mario Fernandez Saldana has known this person for many years. Mario dated this person's daughter in high school, and this is a former reserve officer and a convicted felon. Admitted he owned a 10mm caliber gun and said he did not know where it was. A 10mm caliber gun was used to murder Jared Bridegan. And also this person did a Google search which showed that he had searched for blank. And I'm guessing it has to do something with the murder, which is awful. And I just want to also preface, this has been a really rough week because from Valentine's Day to Jared's 2-year anniversary of February 16th, I just want to mention that our heart goes out to the Bridegan family. And if you have not contributed to the GoFundMe, if you feel in your heart that this tugs at your heartstrings, please give to the Bridegan GoFundMe. It's almost at 10,000 for the custody of the twins. Let's get back to business here and find out who these people are. So as I look at my other documents, there was an 800-page document. I'm going to really try to redact some of their addresses and names. This person, we'll call them John B. This person was interviewed on August 22nd of 2022. This was, I believe, after Henry Tenen was arrested for some smaller charge. This is, again, a friend of Mario, an alleged co-conspirator, someone we are alleging is the co-conspirator. This person voluntarily conducted the interview, and he was advised of his Miranda rights. And then he began describing his new job at this Christian academy where he was at JROTC instructor. And there's clue number 1, that he was former military. He would continue speaking out about his 22-year naval career. There's another clue. They said this person was in the Navy and briefly spoke about his time as a reserve officer. There we go. This person was a reserve officer with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. He left the Navy once his daughter graduated from Sandalwood High School. There we go. There's the daughter. And that's what was said in the other document, that this person went to like a school dance with Mario or something. So he was advised his daughter graduated in 2008, around the same time as Mario. And then he would go on to explain his son is currently a police officer. All right, so I just wanted to relay those facts. It's alleged that this person might have had the gun that killed Jared. I don't know why this person's still free. There's still a lot of questions. I'm assuming that this person is cooperating heavily with the police. One thing that's kind of throwing me off, though, that interview was conducted on the 22nd of August, and it says here that this redacted part, it says on August 18th, 2022, tenants arrest blank was interviewed once again to try to further information, and he maintained he had no knowledge of the murder. And I think that that was just kind of a typo. This person, John B., was interviewed on the 22nd. So, I mean, give or take a few days from the 18th. And there were several other people interviewed on the 18th. But this guy, John B., is, I think, their guy. So let's go ahead and look at this other person who many of us believe is the other conspirator. All right, this person, KJ, and they were interviewed on Friday, May 6th of 2022. And this is because there were a bunch of phone call intercepts. And this was the hint that we had in the request for wire intercepts of this conspirator. So they said that this person was interviewed on May 6th, and I confirmed that in another document by Jason Lamont and Chris Johns, and they interviewed the suspect in respect to the homicide of Jared Bridegan. In summary, informed law enforcement that she has known Bridegan and his family for about 20 years, advised she went to church with Bridegan but was not friends with Bridegan, describes Bridegan as a quiet person who only dated girls with money but would act like a jerk to those he dated. And just as a side note, one of my friends actually confirmed that this person's daughter had dated Jared when they were teenagers, and it did not go well. Another reason that this person would be conspiring with Shanna. That's just a side note. Anyway, so she advised that she was really good friends with Shanna and stuck by her during the Bridegan divorce, and described Bridegan as just a jerk, a narcissist who would not interact with the kids. I'm not even going to read anymore. This is just disgusting. And I think that this person probably made a huge mistake by conspiring with Shanna, and now they're groveling to the police. This person actually just took her Facebook page down just yesterday, and I was able to screen grab her picture, and I'm not going to share it. I blurred it out. I don't want to share the names. You'll hear it. I don't know why they're protecting the anonymity. Not really sure. So this is another document. This was the first document that it was in the 800 pages. Her name is not redacted in this document, but I will put a thumbnail in front of it because I don't want to share the name right now. This person's initials is KJ. I also wanted to mention that this document, the motion for grand jury testimony, KJ had a statement that Shanna's lawyers had asked for. We don't know what that statement is. I tried to get it through the court reporter's office and I was not able to. It is sealed. But let me just show you some of the facts that add up to show you what this conspirator had, the clues that the state's attorney's office gave us about this conspirator. So they went to the same church. She stated she was never really friends with them, but only from a distance. She stated Jared was a quiet kid, seemed to only date girls who were loaded with money. She stated that he was jerks to the girls that he dated. So you see, it's the same language in this interview that they used in this request for wire intercept. So long story short, this person had let Shanna actually use her cell phone to talk on three-way calls after the murder. Not a good lady. Also, Shanna's sister, Sage, is kind of in some hot water as well, because there's so many layers to this, and I don't want to get too lost in all of this evidence. I just wanted to point out that these two new co-conspirators from my research are KJ and actually John B. And I don't know what the plans from the state's attorney's office is, or the FBI, or the Jacksonville police, but just stay tuned for more information. And I hope that this was informative and not too confusing, and I will make more videos as I find evidence. Thank you so much for watching and liking and subscribing. Hopefully more justice for Jared continues, and I hope everyone's having a wonderful day.